Elrad Salifu Amoako has been sentenced to 6 months in juvenile detention center. Um, that is something. 6 months for the killing of two young girls, Mami Jumo and Justine, in a terrible car accident by driving under 16 without a license, and injuring two or three people and destroying public property. 6 months. I mean, I reviewed the sentencing guidelines for the juvenile court, and I did see that he could get anywhere between 6 months to 3 years. However, I was aiming for him to be sentenced to 3 years because there were two people that lost their lives, and the fact that he was driving without a license and driving underage child driving. Apparently, he was pleading not guilty the entire time until the last minute when they realized that the evidence that had been gathered against him was in a lot, and he couldn't, keep on pleading not guilty. So then they finally gave in and pleaded guilty. His dad came in with 6 lawyers for a juvie case. According to the juvenile court system, in cases like that, it is close to the general public. It involves the judge, a police officer who acts as a prosecutor, a probation officer, I think 2 witnesses, and then the families involved in the case. But Salifu Amoako had to hire six lawyers to defend his son, who is guilty for all the charges that were put on him. My interest is the amount of time that was given to Elrad in his age group, and the amount of time that is usually allotted to children in that same age group across the country. There should be a case study where we go around the country to adult detention centers, jails, prisons, what have you, and analyze how many children have been sentenced and put away in adult detentions when they could have enjoyed the same rulings as juveniles. Because these laws exist, but other children are treated differently. Some kids' their offenses are lesser than what Elra did, but they are in adult detention for years. So I always go back to all of us being Ghanaians and us having fair treatment. The law must work for all of us, not for some people and against some people. Every child is a child, regardless who their parents' background are. Every child is a child. Elrad is a child. The poor person's child is a child. A pastor's child is a child. Likewise, the farmer's child. The law is the law of the land, and it must apply to everyone equally. That's why it's a law. There is no favoritism. I would love for all of us to put our ears on the ground, if we have the time, to visit some of the prisons and find out the children. I understand sometimes even the police officers force the children to lie about their age so they are tried as adults. So if Elrad could get 6 months for killing two girls and injuring other people and destroying public property, causing chaos in the community, and could get 6 months only and have his records wiped clean. I'm for rehabilitation, absolutely. But I believe that some of these offenses should make us reform our system. Elrad should have been held in juvie detention and be tried as an adult, because all the event that led up to this killing of Mami Jumo and Justine could have been prevented by the family. So if Elrad is not going to bear the responsibility, maybe the parents should be held responsible. Accountability for each one of us. That is what makes a society safe. Without these accountabilities, we are like animals, everybody doing what they want. And of course, if you have the money, buy your way out of it. So let's analyze this situation. And the next time, if you have your family member underage or whatever, and they are facing any situation, remember this case and use it. I'd like to hear your comment below. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, be safe.